What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. My name is Max, and today we are taking a look at another viewer's car. This is Roy's Jaguar XE P250 from 2020, which means that it is a facelift car. Roy's 24 years old, and he bought a Jaguar, which I think is pretty cool. He could have also bought a BMW or an Audi or a Mercedes like all of his friends, but he decided to buy a Jaguar. Also maybe partly because I think his dad is English and they live in Germany, so they do definitely tend to love the Jags even more. But it is a very handsome car. Just look at it. Super cool car. Today I'm going to show you around it. We'll take a look at it and then we'll drive it towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. Now, this is a facelift car, of course. That means you get revised lights and bumpers and stuff like that, but it is so handsome. Designed by Ian Callum, and it came to market in 2015, and it is supposed to compete with a 3 Series, an Audi A4 or a Mercedes C-Class or cars like those, executive compact class. I do feel like this is a more original choice. You don't see them that often, not like you see the German cars. So yeah, very original choice. Love that. A beautiful front bumper with the big black grille with the Jag logo in there. Super nice. Lovely, skinny and kind of angry front lights. Really beautiful design with that flow in there. Lovely. We've got these black wheels as well, and around that we have Michelin Cross Climate 2. So these are all-weather tires. This is a 19-inch wheel and a 225 tire. Now this car has its major suspension components are made from aluminium, so are parts of the chassis, so it is actually quite light and rigid, which is very good. Also unsprung weight is very low because of that, so it actually handles really well because of the use of that aluminium. So little side blade there with Jaguar. We've got a gray car today with some black accents around the car, and then at the rear, beautiful rear lights, dual exhaust. Yeah, there's the catch me if you can sound again. That's the coolest like warning sound in any car ever. If you don't know, that's like the theme song that is just completely from start to end in Catch Me If You Can, the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks. Anyway, so this is the 2-liter 4-cylinder Ingenium engine. It's like a modular engine system that Jaguar introduced in 2018. Up to 2017, the 2-liter that was in this car was from Ford. It was the 2-liter EcoBoost engine. This has 250 horsepower, 365 newton-meters of torque, and it's supposed to do 6.7 to 100 and 242 kilometers an hour, but we've not really been able to get those numbers. It weighs 1611 kilos, so it's not that heavy, again because of the use of all that aluminium, so that is really nice. But this car was also available with the supercharged V6 and in the crazy SV version, the SV8 with the 5-liter supercharged V8. But yeah, I'm really curious about that V6 as well. So if you have one, if you have an XE V6 supercharged, let us know. And if you want to have some videos on our channel, send us a message or an email. Oh, damn, he was going fast. So let's check out the interior, because wat is dat? Dat is oprecht. Ja, weet ik. Bizar. So let's turn off the Catch Me If You Can sound effect. It's so cool. Okay, so automatic. Oh, the door is open. There we go. So this is actually, what a nice interior. Let me start it up and I'll straighten the wheel. This is the facelift car, as I said. So you have the dual screen setup and you have a regular gear lever instead of a rotary dial. I prefer this actually. This is from Range Rover as well. This all it works really well. It's touchscreen and everything is in there. CarPlay as well, and you've got your separate climate control down here, also super nice. And then this system, this works pretty well, and I like the look of it. I like the design. High center console, high tunnel here as well, some cup holders down here, and driving modes and audio button, physical audio, and then a beautiful steering wheel. I really like the interior. I was kind of surprised by how nice it is, to be honest. So let's go to sport for the gearbox, set F 8-speed, and then driving mode, go to dynamic. Traction control, should we turn that off? So it's supposed to compete with the cars I mentioned before, and oh, I don't have pedal shifters. Whoa, that was weird. I was looking for those. So you have to shift with the gear lever if you want to shift yourself. Yeah. Oh, it kind of has a weird power delivery as well. It's very hard to compare this car to a 330i because that car is so good in so many respects. Oh, when you let off the throttle, the car kind of keeps going. Did you notice that as well? That's very strange. So yeah, it's very hard to compete with that car because that's a very good four-cylinder car. This four-cylinder, especially when you drive it like hard, more sporty, it's not the best engine. It never feels like it likes doing that. It's better to just leave it and not expect too much from it. Then it actually feels pretty nice. It's weird to explain this, but it almost feels like a diesel in that as long as you're like at 50, 60, 70% throttle and you just let the gearbox do its thing, it's actually very nice. Feels torquey, feels powerful enough. But then when you start shifting yourself or like doing kickdowns, it starts feeling slow. So if you drive it a bit more calmly, I think it's a lot better. So 0 to 100. Oh, that's not great. So it's supposed to do 6.7, but we did 7.5 seconds. And that's only after Martijn started shifting himself. If you let the car do it and just floor it, it does 8.5 or something like that. So that's not great. That was great though. Did you see how the rear kind of came? The car has a really beautiful balance. Steering is also pretty nice, although the center is a bit dead, but after that is actually pretty good. Yeah, sound. We're not going to expect too much sound-wise, of course, but I do have to say, it's a nice car to drive. Like all the controls are nicely weighted, and the car just feels, it doesn't feel very heavy. Again, the benefit of all that aluminium, of course, but I mean, as a 24-year-old, this is a pretty sick car. I quite like the car itself. I think it's a good looking car, very handsome car actually. I like the interior. Everything feels like good, especially for this button, which feels a bit cheap, but other than that, everything feels really good. Soft leather, heated steering wheel. I mean, you've got everything you want. It's just that engine that feels a bit underpowered. that's not bad. It's just the tires gave up before the car did. We've got those all-season tires, and we're in a drag race. Yes, we won that one. So top speed claimed by Jaguar is 242 kilometers an hour, and apparently that is quite optimistic. So we will see how far we will get. Also 100 to 200 performance, as you can see, it's not very quick for 250 horsepower. But we'll see if we can get close to the top speed right now. It's very comfy though. So shift there, 230. It's very comfy though. I really like the suspension setup. 238. Bear in mind, this is like speedo speed. This is not even GPS speed, so I do think it will be quite. I don't think it will go faster. It just went back to 237, 236. Okay, so this is it basically. This is top speed. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it won't go any faster than that. So I don't think you should compare this car to a 330i performance-wise. I think then it just, yeah, it's not very good for this car. But if you look at all the rest, I really like it. I like it a lot more than I was expecting, to be honest, because we've never driven an XE, and I feel like it's just a very nice car. It's just kind of let down by this 4-cylinder, but yeah, that is to be expected, to be honest. So it's good to have driven an XE finally. Thank you so much for taking it to us. I mean, yeah, I'm just more curious about that V6 supercharged now, because I really like the rest of the car, and I mean, what an amazing car to own when you're 24. So congrats on that. Really like it. Beautiful car. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye.